Hi, I'm John,
And I'm Ted.
and welcome back to Awesome Quest.
Yeah.
Welcome to the guild, everybody.
For some reason, that registered as breakneck plateau, and I was like, oh, that's a real cool name. And I was like, oh wait, no, that's not it at all.
No, yeah. I didn't even look at it.
Nice.
Nice. That's not a knife. This is a knife. So we gotta go this way?
I can tell I've been stressed because I want to do my little cough thing that I do when I'm stressed. I'm like, ugh, shit, can't do that on the mic.
Yeah, we want to avoid that. But that's okay.
Expected.
I know,
This is more of a throat clearing than a cough. But
yeah. I know,
There's a barrier over it.
I don't know about you,
Change
but
the
I am
security.
like,
You weren't kidding, were you?
nice.
That scorpion
Today.
and this barrier.
And that
No.
being said, I got a lump in my throat.
You'll be lucky if that's the worst of it.
A direct assault would be a bad idea. What's the plan?
Down the cliff, there should be an entrance used during the fortress's construction.
Yeah. There should be an
We'll check that.
entrance down there where we can sneak into the facility. So we go this way.
You did your research.
I had to, didn't I?
I miss the old way of playing the Tales games.
how so?
Like the
fixed camera?
the fixed camera and
That actually, I've been playing through Tales of Symphonia. Let me tell you this: with the quality of life improvements this actually has, you would not like it. Trust me. It's still a good game, but it shows its age.
yeah,
And the fixed camera does not help.
that makes sense.
Plan.
I definitely
actually
though plan on going
mean if
back to
there's
it
no
and like
barrier?
actually playing it
Let's move, everyone.
again. Just because
Mm-hmm.
God, I miss those games. They were so good.
Those guards are.
Careful, they're not what they seem.
What's happening? Oh no.
It's more dials.
Hi, Dial.
Bye, dial.
You gonna die, Dial.
Transformed into demons.
And they have Earth. Okay.
This is this Ison.
Is that which one's Earth weak against?
Like that. Well, they're weak against Earth. So, like, my imbue Earth thing, for instance.
Oh,
is
I
Earth.
don't have Earth elemental
Your
attacks yet.
Doesn't Eisen actually have a bunch? He's an Earth Moloch.
Hold on, I gotta check.
You wouldn't expect these guards to carry the demon.
It has
right?
been
Is this your
a
curse
while.
Probably.
Also,
I
you're not like
charged
me
in,
and impulsively checking your arts.
Thank you.
That's
for
true.
stopping me.
That being said,
Don't thank me.
like
He's the
the
one who
square,
wants the
triangle, and
danger.
circle buttons update automatically. Like
Not-
once you start,
Not nearly as well as you would
In that
think.
case,
well,
I'll be counting on
there
you
are a
to keep
couple
watch. After
that
all,
Eisen have
we've
that
got a
are
Reaper
just
with us.
like
Who knows what else we'll
optimal.
find.
You couldn't see it, but I was doing the
She's saying
finger
it's all right
quotations
to talk.
optimal thing.
No, legit though. Like a couple of Eisen's combos, they just like
Yeah.
Keep
give
watch.
you that are very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I
See, I'm certain I would have found the same thing if I had let them do that when I was playing. I just decided I didn't like how any of them felt, and I immediately set up my own stuff in order to experiment
Yeah.
and look at like elemental weaknesses. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, if you chain together two weaknesses on an enemy with two weaknesses, it stuns them.
yeah. For instance, we're still such a low level that all of his are still the
Wind.
same.
Take a look at his Moloch arts and stuff, because he has a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He has Flash Step, which is both Earth and Wind.
Yeah, but it does no damage.
It's good for doing stuff though. It moves in.
That's true. Let's throw a flash step. Draws in enemies. Can be used on distant foes.
Oh yeah, clear path though. Earth and Wind. Tempo is Earth.
Sending out a wave of compressed air. There we go. And that one. That's what we're gonna do for now. Some things.
God, that
Victory is
animal would not
ours.
stop.
guarding.
Guarding.
Yeah.
Hey, 3 amber daggers. We're
There
gonna
we
have
go.
a bunch of amber to break down.
You know what?
Oh, you're gonna play Laffy set?
Yeah, why not?
Malak number 2.
Oh, just because Laphicet's actually pretty easy to play. Especially at this level.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of when I play magic users, I'm backlining like really hard. I never leave the backline, in fact.
So basically, the goal of myself would be to guard and make sure you don't get interrupted when casting.
Yeah.
But you don't have too many.
I don't have
heavy-duty
too
Malak
many.
arts yet.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of.
Oh, I forgot
here
they
we
do
go.
these. Yeah.
Divide pain. Hold R2 with 3 or more souls, and then everybody gets a shield.
Did we change Aizen's strategy?
I don't think we did.
Balanced. Okay, balanced. Attack healing. Balanced. Okay.
He's set on target strong enemies,
Yeah.
which is probably a good idea.
Okay.
And this is what you do when you play a magic user in these games. Wow, I stunned him. And it may look like I'm just pressing the same button over and over again, and you would be right. That's nothing against the game, it's just that Laphicet at this level has almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right one?
Yes.
I had to like read through the entire thing to make sure I didn't fuck it up.
He's also still Malak number 2.
That's true.
Did you know Malak means messenger?
Yes, I think you told me that at some point.
Looks like there are demons inside as well. Don't tell me, Aizen. You're the source of demon blight.
Nope.
I
It's just our bad luck to be around
am
the spread. This is what
so
it means to
excited
walk with the Reaper.
Yeah.
for the Crystal Chronicles.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about that for a while? Because, oh
The
my
enemy will
god.
be capable of an organized
That
response.
that was like you,
That was a
me,
massive
your
part of our
brother, and
childhood.
Sam's game
Mm-hmm.
as kids.
And we all had the chords and
So,
the
Aizen,
Game Boy
how do we
Advances.
The oh yeah, the Game Boy
And it was
Advance
either
with
always
chords.
you or me that was the chalice donkey.
Yep.
We'll activate
It was
them and
it
then
was
send
me
the
a lot
signal.
specifically because I usually played a
To the top of
uke,
the gate, then.
which means like
You were focused on magic.
yeah. So like if I set the thing down, that means like I'm gonna stay there to cast anyway. Get back.
God, that camera's a bit too far out. Oh, then again, that's because. Oh,
Yeah, these guys. This is like my least favorite enemy type so far in the game.
they're not bad because you just need to hit them a lot.
My problem is it really feels like Malakarts do nothing.
Well, that's
to
because they're
slow that
specifically.
down.
Look at this. Very weak to hidden arts, but they're also probably heavier on magic
Come on,
damage
really?
anyway themselves, so they're probably resistant.
That's
to 'em.
true.
I don't know what I was trying to say. I was like bumbling over my own words.
Eh. That is
Dang it.
that is okay. Yesterday I was burpy. Today I'm burpy. I'm running away from this guy.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You don't have to like draw aggro so long as like the aggro's back enough that I don't have to worry about it. There you go. There's your shieldy shield.
Your stun
So I think
is
the benefit of having
Just wait
a
until I pull out the good stuff.
human player playing as Laphicet is
You
the
get to
fact.
choose.
Yeah, I get to well, and like I don't know about you, Tales of Symphonia, like the magic users, like you could literally tell them, "Hey, don't use this art, don't use this art, don't use this
you
art,
do that in
just
this
use
one,
this art."
even?
I don't know, but
I can't remember if I've tried or not.
but because of that, you could literally have like let's say
And you can still deactivate and activate arts as desired during the for non-player characters.
you know what? I'm switching back to Aizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, and
not all
like
the ships left.
for instance, like you could be like, "Hey, Rain,
Don't use this art. Use this art.
yeah, avoid using Judgment right now because you don't have a lot of MP. Use your lower tier magics." Oh, I forgot to hit
The
that.
sea gate blocks the entire strait.
But we were going to talk about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I like the clavets because I'm a basic bitch that likes swords and shields.
I mean, the clavet's really good though, because they're super balanced. They're good with magic and good with offense, and I think they have the highest defense.
I think
of all
so.
of them, which is important because in that game, if you get mobbed, you're dead. As far as I remember.
And they're also adding a bunch of challenge difficulties in dungeons. So
yeah, and then there's this Selkie.
the Selkie, which they have an interesting reference to actual Selkies in Scottish mythology. In Crystal Chronicles, where you meet a Selkie in the hometown for them, which is the island, and they're like, we Selkies came from the sea and will return to it one day.
Sorry.
Because Selkies in Orcadian mythology are seal women, or seal people.
Did not mean to sneeze into the microphone there. Yeah, and I think they have the highest, it's either speed or agility, or dexterity. Is it dexterity?
Whatever affects like movement speed or
yeah, because
like
they're generally the fastest and they have the best dodge.
the Uke also has a good dodge because it's just intangibility.
Yep, the Uke has so the Selkies and the Ukes have unique guard mechanics.
All of them do, and all of them have different advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah,
but the ones with full invulnerability are the Selkie if you get the timing right, and the Uke just straight up just intangible intangibility.
Yeah, and then
Clavet is shield, and Lilty is like guard with the spear.
Yep, and then there's Lilties who have the highest attack
yeah.
damage, just period. Which is so funny to me because they're also the smallest boys.
I mean, remember, the Black Knight is one of them.
Yeah?
And he has a really good theme. He's also
man.
really sad when it's with, because like I remember the line, what was it? After the little kid has killed the Black Knight, he says, "I slew the Black Knight. I saved my mother, and I avenged my father, and I took home his armor as my prize."
Yep.
But whenever my mother looks at it, for some reason she breaks down in tears. It's because the Black Knight was his father.
Yep. And he misunderstood the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The story
is actually kind of fucked up.
The story in Crystal Chronicles, I will say, I have zero recollection of what the story actually is.
There isn't much of a story, but what there is it's to do with the loss of memories.
Yeah, it's also like
very heavy.
It's also like Diablo, in the fact that it's just like, you get sent on a mission, you go do that mission, you come back, you get another mission, you go on that mission, you come back.
It's not mission-based, though.
It's not, but
it's just the setup is kind of in a way that's familiar.
It's very hub-based.
Because you're gathering myrrh to prevent the miasma from getting into your village and killing everyone.
Yeah.
And then you have the final dungeon, and then you have the actual final boss after the parasite thing. I can't remember what it's called.
I have never done the final dungeon or the final boss.
Never done the meteor parasite or Rame?
Nope.
I think it's Rame.
I think I've seen Sam fight the meteor parasite, but I don't think I ever saw him win.
The meteor parasite was tough, especially if you're playing on single player.
Yeah. Which is kind of a shame because single player also has the easiest chalice situation.
Because you have the Moogle.
Yeah.
It just comes naturally.
It might be Rem. I think it's
We
Rem.
need that key.
It's just like, well, and on top of that, like the weapon crafting in that game was super advanced for its time. If I remember right, because like I'd never played a game with crafting before.
Maybe, yeah.
And, like,
I can't remember.
And like it's fairly. Like,
it might be that I'm remembering the story and you're remembering the mechanics.
Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it was fairly simple. Like you had to have certain items to get a certain weapon.
Okay, yeah.
And that was about
it's Rame.
Rame.
R-A-E-M.
And like it wasn't hard. Like you had to have a very specific item to get like late game weapons. Like for instance, Sam fought the zombie dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess
like,
there was kind of like
hundreds of times to try and get
stuff,
to try and get the material he needed for the final Selkie weapon. He could never get it, and eventually he gave up because that.
It's funny because that
boss is hard.
It's funny because if I remember the levels right, the zombie dragon is a hard boss, but is in a relatively easy area. And the Lich is a relatively easy boss, but in a hard area.
If
Don't whine when I end up
maybe.
winning.
I remember it.
You took the
I
words
remember that
right out of my
it's an
mouth.
annoying puzzle for getting to the Lich that made it difficult.
Well, here's where the real show
But I also
starts.
remember a new game,
We have a plan
like
first, mate?
The fortress
it's not new game
guards
plus,
are
but there's
almost
some that
all
you can do that
ordinary
makes the whole
soldiers.
thing harder
Just a
anyway.
handful
Yeah.
of exorcists.
It's like a
Went to
new
the
game
trouble to build
plus,
this
I
huge-
guess.
Like I can't remember what it
Keep
is
better
quite.
defended.
Hold on, I should
You
shoot.
don't need
I
an
should
army
shoot.
of exorcists
So,
to keep a bunch of disorganized
I've been
pirates
talking to
under
my friend
control,
Sam,
do you?
not my brother
As long
Sam.
as they're
This is
fighting
what.
ordinary
Just to
This is,
clarify.
yeah, it gets confusing because my girlfriend is Sam, my brother is Sam, I have a friend
It
Sam,
was built as a
my neighbor
symbol
is
of the
Sam.
Empire.
Yeah.
Though he's living in
Seems
Missouri
Artorias
now,
is
if I
the one
remember
really
right.
giving the orders. The Abbey
But I
directs
wanted to shoot
security
Sam a
and
message
defense,
because if she's
and the
interested
Imperial
in
soldiers are under
joining us
Exorcist
on the
command.
multiplayer, I'd love
We
to
aim for
have.
the exorcists then.
Excuse me.
The harder
If they are
the more
interested in
fun
joining
it'll
us for
be.
the multiplayer, I would
Ready
love to have
bust some
them.
heads?
I messed up
I'd rather
again
cut them,
because I'm
actually.
still getting used to that. Oh wait, skit's over. I will text them later.
Yeah.
I don't remember which way I need to go.
You need to just go
That's the
basically
wrong way.
any way.
I'm pretty sure that's a dead end.
I mean, all of it leads somewhere, and/or to treasure.
Here we go. Fight the bat. Okay.
Yeah. Fight any enemy you see, because we might as well just get it done with.
Yeah.
You know?
Looks like you want to
And we'll like we said, we'll do some grinding later between episodes, just to like ensure that we're actually getting like a little bit more of an optimal setup. Cause there we go.
Nice.
I saw him go down. I had to take advantage of it.
I barely ever use Rokuro's Break Soul.
It's hard though, because it's a perfect guard situation,
Yeah.
right?
Once we get Eleanor, I might give her a try, but I'll probably get there in my home playthrough before we get.
Yeah, and like I actually need to sit. How long is this game compared to Symphonia, which I think
I
we
don't
put
know.
in? I think in my
Over
file,
the course of
I put in like 80 hours.
sounds about right for me. And Symphonia, so I'd
But
assume
like this game feels like it's moving a lot faster than Symphonia did.
it might be, but it's also one of those things where you can do multiple playthroughs and stuff, and on different hardness. But then again, Symphonia was the same way too, so
Yeah. Well, and then like these games. Okay, so and I know I've mentioned this before, but my favorite part about these games is the grade system.
yeah.
So that
It's so much harder in the earlier games, though. In this game in particular, it's a lot easier
yeah.
to not get the negatives. But I remember
Yeah.
getting negatives a lot, and
Come on, really?
So to kind of give it a little bit of an explanation, the grade system is essentially as you play, you are graded quite literally on your performance in the game, and the better you do, the more grade you get. And once you beat the game, you can spend that grade on like various perks in your like second playthrough.
there we go. Got
And
that.
like I know one of the most popular grade ones in Symphonia was I want to have all the items I had at the end of the game when
Or
I
all
start
the
the game.
skills.
Or all the oh my
or
god,
levels
the skills.
carry over, or you get triple experience. I know in Symphonia you can choose a 10 times experience, for
Yeah,
instance.
that one's crazy because you can be like at the end game in one of those, you can be at like quadruple your initial, like it's crazy how fast you level with that bonus. I'm glad you're playing Rokuro,
Yeah.
because AI doesn't know how to use his like hidden arts,
Well then, let's move
his
on.
like elemental arts.
Yeah. Well, they cost a lot more and they do a lot more damage than his normal arts. But also his Break Soul is nice because it tends to down things just about every time.
Nice.
I'll end this quickly.
I hate
This guy
these guys.
is he's wind, like I thought. Okay.
Here we are, let's just continue beating the shit out of these walls. I hate the design of this thing.
They're gross.
Yeah, it's just like,
Completely unappealing in every way. And the boss is basically just a super one.
Anyone in my way.
yeah. Oh, and on top of that, and I think we've mentioned this before, you get titles, which gives you, like, passive stat bonuses. So for instance, like if we were to change Velvet's to a different one, she'd probably have a different set of like strengths and weaknesses. And it's a really cool system, and I really appreciate it because there's really nothing that I could think of like that. Like I suppose you could say like there are probably some other JRPGs that have a similar system, but like this one is so nuanced and I absolutely adore it.
Mm-hmm.
I love, and now don't get me wrong, do I understand all of it? Hell no.
It won't open.
It won't
It's a
open.
real thick door too.
Do I?
Thick
That's my
door.
guess.
Yeah, thick.
We need another
Clap with its ass cheek
That
keeps
window
alerting the
probably
guards.
Yeah.
isn't all barred up.
It looks like a standalone.
I don't 100%
Maybe we can find
understand
something on one of the other
like all of
walls.
the mechanics in these games because there's a lot. But oh god. But like I understand them well enough that I can like kind of take advantage of the whole thing. Like for instance, like if I knew about the grade system when I first started playing this game, I would have gone absolutely ham on it.
Oh, but it's grade farming, at least in the earlier games, is really hard, like in Symphonia.
Because there's a lot of things that grant negative.
There's a lot less in these. I've only seen like one negative, and it's really hard to actually get.
Yeah.
Just wait until
Like,
I
and
collect
there's
the
like
good
our
stuff.
the grade we
Like,
got
and you
for
can see
that
the
fight.
press triangle. You can see the details.
Yep.
You couldn't do that in Symphonia, from what I remember.
Neat. That's
I know
actually,
you could in Vesperia. You could do this.
That is actually really helpful.
Because it tells you what you did to earn the grade.
Makes things a little simpler too.
Mhm.
Oh man. I am just.
This seems to be the
I'm
place.
glad.
Let's split up and look for the key.
I'm glad
We'll
we
search
we
the
can
other
play so many like games that we grew up on again now. Like this may not be Symphonia, but it's close enough that
It brings back a lot of memories.
it brings back some nostalgia. Same with Crystal Chronicles. Which
That one is basically just going to be the same with a couple of additions and prettier graphics.
yeah.
Don't get so worked up over a little
I
thing like
need
that.
to-
It's proof you're alive.
I really would love an actual good sequel to Crystal Chronicles, though.
Yeah, cuz
No.
Crystal
I'm talking about the pain.
Crystal Bears was bad.
And the other
think
two,
that's what it
the
was
other
called?
two DS ones were also only
Scared of
meh.
pain.
Yeah.
Well, kid, who isn't?
Yeah, Crystal Bearers was
Even you?
ugh.
Yeah. It was
Anyway.
not up to par.
boys
quote
sure are
Sonic,
fascinated
"That's
by
no
the weirdest
good."
things.
That's no good.
Fascinating.
You like
But
this,
God,
right?
like I even remember I don't remember the first boss.
The crab.
The
I don't
crab?
really
Okay.
know.
There's the
River
crab,
Bell Path.
and then there's I remember Marlboro really well
The mushroom
because
place,
you
I
had
remember
to
the name of it.
because you had to have at least two people who had clear.
Yeah.
Because if he poisoned you, you were fucked.
You felt excited,
Well,
Oh.
didn't you?
Yeah.
then there's the Goblin King in the mines.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what other bosses. There's the big monster and his Lamia wife.
There's the zombie dragon
Zombie
in the
dragon, the
Silky's
Lich.
old
Maybe I could
hometown.
go on adventures.
Isn't that what it was?
I can't remember.
It's exciting.
I know
Feel that way.
the
We
city
should
where the
talk
Lich
about it.
is the main
About
hub
what you
place
like
for
and
one of the
dislike.
DS games.
If you're
It's like
happy or
1,000
scared.
years before
After all,
the events.
you're alive.
Gotcha.
I'm alive.
What other bosses were there?
That's just my opinion,
Um,
though. Not an order. Got that?
There's a couple that I know I'm forgetting a couple. Oh,
Understood.
there's like the Iron Giant on the volcano island.
You found it?
There's the castle full of
Get that gate
We needed
the
a
like
compass, too.
weird turtle people.
Nice work.
Oh, there's the golem in the
Thank
in the
you.
sluice gates, in the area where you have to do stuff with the water levels. There's the golem is the boss there.
Are you not feeling well?
Oh man, it's just like
My compass fell on my head and gave me a bump.
He's talking now.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's a big one. Bet that must
I
hurt.
just have so many
Yeah.
good memories of those.
But at least I'm still
Of that
alive.
game. Oh, I was telling Sam. We should probably mention. So with Crystal Chronicles, we are playing it on the
Elaborate.
channel.
Which Sam?
My brother.
Okay.
Well, no worry.
Um,
I'll just push your bump back down. You'll be good
Where
as
was
new.
I was
Wait,
telling him
what?
about the show. We are definitely playing it on the show.
Messing with you.
We
Don't
may
sweat
have
it.
guests here
Stop
with us
fooling
when we
around, you
record.
two.
Yeah.
We may
have to
not.
hurry.
The thing about that game, though, is since it's online
online.
communication,
Just borrow some sugar and rub it on
we
your bump. It'll
we're
make the
going to
swelling
be
go
able
down.
to bring in other people from pretty much anywhere if
Although
we want.
they might not necessarily be talking, but they'll be participating with
Exactly.
us, which is cool.
Which is why, like, I was like, maybe we should invite. Oh my goodness. Maybe we should invite my.
You're
I'm gonna
awfully
call them
fond of
Art
that,
Sam.
aren't you?
Okay.
Maybe
Still,
we
you
could
should
invite
keep it in your
Art Sam
bag
to
for
play
now.
because I
Put
remember
it in my bag.
they were super into this
You know,
game
that's a
too.
nice bag.
I think
Looks made to last.
my memory is a
It's
little
more
fuzzy because
silk.
it was
I've never heard of
15
more
years
silk.
ago.
It's a fine fabric woven.
God,
through
it
threads
would
of
be
a
like
tarantula
15 plus
spider.
years ago at this
It's
point,
got a
wouldn't it?
delicate
Yeah, Crystal Chronicles,
sheen.
I believe,
It's
came out in
soft as a baby's
2004.
skin. It's light
2000
and
and
stretchable.
2004.
It breathes, and it's quite durable. But
I
that's
would
not
have
all. Its most
been
fantastic quality is how it absorbs impact.
About 13, I
My, but you're
think.
quite the scholar.
13, 14.
Knowledge and experience.
Yes. No, I might have been 12.
Oh, oh right, because I was
Because
9.
I graduated. I
So you were,
graduated in
like-
2020 or 2020, 2010.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, you're right,
Does
okay.
make sense.
Because I would have been 9.
Bag is the best place for you to keep that.
But then again, I probably would have
stored.
been 8 because it probably came out
Keep
before
that
my
thing
birthday.
safe.
So,
We need it.
Unless it was a
All
Christmas
right.
game.
no, I don't think so. I can check anyway, because
Yeah, might as
I'm
well.
not in control unless we're in battle.
I promise
Crystal
I won't get mad if you
Chronicles.
talk.
Okay.
Bat.
Always ready to
Au-
fight.
August 8th, 2003 in the US, in 2004 in the US. Not saying what day. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice we got in a battle.
It's fine. I did go bat, and you were like focused. So.
Yeah,
I'm excited though because
and it was February 9th, 2004.
gotcha.
So I would have been 8.
So we had probably gotten it for our birth, or Sam had probably gotten it for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Bet.
Well, now I'm not paying attention to the thing, so...
It's whatever. It's whatever, baby. So yeah, both of us are super excited for the reimagining, whatever the word
remaster.
is, remaster.
I'm also looking forward to the Nocturne remaster. I know Sam and I are both... your brother Sam and I are both looking forward to the Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne remaster on Switch,
Yeah.
along with 5. Because we both prefer, I think, I'm not sure if this is true for him, but I know I prefer the main series Shin Megami Tensei over the spin-off that has become Persona.
I mean, I just love Persona.
I like it, I just don't find it as fun.
I get that. It's a valid view of it. Like, I think I like it better because the Shin Megami Tensei games, for me, are always so difficult that I can't actually get into them.
Here's my take on it. You know how people called Shin Megami Tensei 4 when it came out the Dark Souls of Persona?
Yes.
Guess what? SMT came out well before. Well before Dark Souls. Oh, sweet. Form 3. That's a really good one.
Nice.
But it came out way before Dark Souls. So in reality, Dark Souls is the Shin Megami Tensei of action role-playing games.
It's true.
So that's my hot take on that. Also, we're past time.
Are we?
Yeah, we're at 31 minutes.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to join the
Join the guild.
join the guild.
Be my underlings.
Don't forget to give it a like and share it around if you can.
Bye.
We will see you in the next one.